separated. Hey, the man you disrespecting me. Take him out. Gotta keep them separated. Hey, don't pay no mind. We're under 18 and won't be doing any time. Hey, come out and play. By the time you hear the siren, it's already too late. One goes to the morgue and the other to jail. One guy's wasted and the other's a waste. It goes out of saying of 1,000 before. No one's dead, water, no one's turning the floor. Never ending free of death and violence and hate. It's gonna tie your own rope, tie your own rope, tie your own. Hey, man, you're disrespecting me. Take him out. Gotta keep them separated. Hey, man, you're talking back to me. Take him out. Gotta keep them separated. Hey, don't pay no mind. You're under 18, you won't be doing any time. Hey, come out and play. It goes out the same as 1,000 before. No one's dead as water, no one's turning the score. Never ending spree of death and violence and hate. It's gonna tie your own rope, tie your own rope, tie your own. Hey, man, you're talking back to me. Take him out. Gotta keep them separated. Hey, man, you're disrespecting me. Take him out. Gotta keep them separated. Hey, don't pay no mind. You're under 18, you won't be doing any time. Hey, come out and play.
Welcome to another American River College Athletics broadcast brought to you by Stones Radio Networks. Coming to you live from beautiful campus of American River College in Sacramento, California. Today's game is sponsored by United Rentals, Ace Body and Towing, the Lincoln Potters Baseball Club, Grateful Bread, Super Taco, and Taylor Builders. To get you ready for today's matchup, let's send it up to the booth to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe, to bring you all of today's action.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Hutchinson Gym on the campus of American River College in lovely Sacramento, California. We've got Big 8 Conference basketball for you, men's game between American River College and Santa Rosa Junior College. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. My broadcast partner is Zach Lowe, Stones McCoy, behind the glass, running the show, director, producer, and cameraman. And, Zach, we've got two teams that they're not going in different directions, but they kind of have different goals when you come into this game. You've got the Beavers at 6-6 or 6-7 in conference play. They have 3 games remaining. You figure they probably have to sweep those 3 to get into the playoffs. And on their other side, you've got the Bear Cubs, who are 10-2 in conference, tied for first with Sac City. They have 4 left. They've already played Sac City and Delta, who are at 9-3. They've already played them twice, and so they've got the quote-unquote easier part of their schedule. So two teams, one of them knows they'll be in the playoffs, one of them is working to get in the playoffs, kind of coming at it. And we know what happens sometimes. We've seen it when teams come in, they played on the road, they won at their own place, they come in here and it's a tough game. So two teams coming at it in different ways today. So we are just about a minute to go here, And we are getting ready for the Big 8 Conference matchup between the Beavers and the Santa Rosa Bear Cubs. Bear Cubs, we mentioned, 10-2 on the season. They've won 8 straight games after their last loss, and so they're on a hot streak. The Beavers had won 5 straight and then have lost their last 2.
Yeah, and I think the goal for Santa Rosa coming in is to stay on the right path, because you want to be playing the best ball towards the end of their year. So they're looking to come in here and get a tough road win. And the Beavers, after a 2-game skid, they're just looking to get things in the right direction. Like you said, there is a chance if they sweep the rest of their 3 games. So they're kind of backed in a corner, and they gotta got to start fighting to get in the playoffs.
And we look at the kind of a common occurrence. We look at the Beavers, the Bear Cub starting lineup. Justin Smith, the forward at 6'7". They've also got Stephen Ransom at 6'5". Another starter, Ezekiel Starworth, at 6'4". So it'll be another situation where the Beavers will be giving up a little bit of height, and of course rebounding will be a key component in this game from the beginning.
Yeah, it seems like we talked about that. Talked about rebounding going into each one of these Beavers men's games. Just winning that rebounding battle and making sure you end every possession with a good defensive rebound to get out and get yourself going on offense, because you know the Beavers, when they do give up the size, they like to play a lot faster than the opposition. So we'll see if they can end possessions with just one shot and get out and run.
We've got a couple of guys that rebound. If you're a little smaller team, you've got to have some guys who rebound bigger than their size. One of them, of course, is Micah Johnson, number one, the point guard, 8 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4 assists. But the other one is Jay Burgess, who's a sophomore. Jay Burgess averages just under 6 rebounds a game. I don't know about. I think he's about 5'9". He might be 5'8".
Right.
And he's one of those guys who you watch him play for a couple of minutes, you can't help but fall in love with the way he plays the game.
Oh yeah, he just plays flat out heart and effort. And that's the thing with when you have a disadvantage with size, you have to gang rebound. And I've always said that rebounding, it's the only thing on the basketball court that's selfish. It's the only thing you can do that's selfish. You go grab the rebound yourself. And you got to have guard help. You got to have the big guys boxing out their big guys, and the guards flying in and grabbing those loose rebounds.
We have a little bit of a delay. Stones McCoy just communicated to me that referee delay since we only have one, and since I don't see you volunteering to be a referee tonight.
Well, nobody's asked me. I think I might if they ask me.
I don't know. You get paid pretty handsomely here at Stones Radio Network, so I don't know if you'll be getting a bump in pay.
Yeah.
But we look at Burgess at 14-3 and 5'7". The other guy who stands out with you, stands out in the Beavers, Nick Graves, 16 points and 6 rebounds. And the interesting thing about it, and we've talked about it a couple of times, is Nick is one of those guys, he's a great three-point shooter. He can score at all 3 levels, which you don't see, anytime you're high school all the way to professional, you want a guy who can do that, but he also moves without the ball very impressively.
Right. This whole Beavers team moves without the ball really well, and they look for each other. And the thing about Graves is that I believe in the previous 2 games he's coming out not even slow, just kind of getting the feel of the game. And then the second half is when I believe he had 16 or 17 points in the second half against Diablo Valley, forcing overtime. A lot of clutch buckets down the stretch there. So maybe it's his thing to kind of get his feet in the game and then get settled in the second half. But in a must-win game like this, you got to come out with your hair on fire.
Absolutely, and we watched the Beavers. I told you before we started this, before you came on as the my broadcast partner, I said that it's hard to describe the Beaver team. They run around a lot, but you're going to fall in love with this team. And it's only been 2 games, and you've already told me that you do have a deep affection for this squad.
I have a deep affection for teams that play hard. They play gritty, and when you, like we've talked about this smaller lineup, and when you get in junior colleges like this, when front lines are 6'6", 6'7", you kind of, when you're playing up against guys like that, you gotta be the scrappier team. And the American River is always the scrappier team in every game I've seen. Back cuts, they always look for each other. Knock down and open shots, gang rebounding. They do a lot of things as a group, as a 5-man collective group that can make themselves really successful, and that's why I've developed a like for watching them play.
And if you said a couple of times during the games we've done is they play with a lot of pace, and the key to that, I think, playing with a lot of pace is being able to come down with the defensive rebounds, playing the defense, because it's a lot harder to play with pace if you're taking the ball out of the basket.
Yeah, I know you do football, so I'll do a football analogy for you. I always correlated defensive rebounding with tackling. You don't really notice it's bad unless it's really bad.
Yeah.
So defensive rebounding is one of those things where if you just patch it up, not a lot of people notice it, and they kind of look past, hey, get a stop and go score. But you got to get a defensive rebound after the stop before you go score. So that's one of the we've talked about the Beavers getting out and running, so that's a big key for them.
So we're just about ready to get going here. We are waiting on a couple of the referees to show up for today's game. A couple of names we want to highlight. We've talked about a couple of the Beavers. Let's talk about a couple of the Bear Cubs. Justin Smith comes out right away, number 33, the sophomore from Windsor, averages 10 points and 7.5 rebounds. And as a 6'7" guy, obviously he's going to come out and he's going to have a lot to say, dictating the tempo of this game.
Yeah, and I know junior college is kind of, your philosophy changes from year to year because you're constantly getting so much different personnel. But this Santa Rosa team with Coach Craig McMillan, they've ran the same sort of pack line kind of defense, get your post guys involved, a lot of ball movement, usually have 5 guys out there who could shoot. So, Santa Rosa likes to play through the post, and they're going to log this game up in the middle and make you defend them for 30 seconds on the shot clock each time.
So when you were at Shasta, you played at Shasta in 2017, 2018. You had a couple of run-ins with the Bear Cubs.
Two, yeah. One each year. And both year they played the same. Not the same, but as similar as you could, because like I said, personnel changes so quickly. It's a lot of on-ball defense. They love to pack in the paint. I'm eager to see if they still run that pack line defense that it suffocates teams.
And a couple other names to watch also in the starting lineup out of Benicia High School, Stephen Ransom, who comes in at 8 points and 8 rebounds, a real active player, 6'5", out of Benicia. And then Chris Hawley out of Jesuit, not in the starting lineup, but Chris Hawley averaging 18 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. He has not been crossed off, so I think he's still available for today, but he'll be coming off the bench for the Bear Cubs. So that sets it up for you. We had a little bit of a delay here. Mark the Phantom Low, Zach Lowe with me, Stones McCoy behind the glass. We're going to take a short break here. When we come back, we'll find a couple referees and start this one out. We're at Hutchinson Gym on the campus of American River College, and soon you'll be watching American River College basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
From Ace Body Shop in Towne. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
Let me get a 2 beat, 2 clip, and they don't want it. They don't want it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally
I know
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home. Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1-on-4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled, puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it. She sets it over for Molly Harrison, pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kidder. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Funny, but I wanted to ask you about that because I remember you doing that show, and you kind of.
Go ahead.
That's our new show.
Those are really nice.
Yeah, Beneath One Fern is what we
Great
call the
say,
show.
yeah, Between a
Alternate.
Flower?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
we're working on we're
Okay.
workshopping the title.
yes.
Ooh. Well, you may not see that $10 again, my friend. That woman does not like to fork over the cash.
I heard him say he'd pay you next Tuesday. So,
That's right.
I didn't bring pad and paper, so I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen when I come back.
First
so
of all,
I got to take notes.
we may end up in one, especially on this episode of the Stones and Toys Show.
Oh, snap.
And we are back at Hutchinson Gym on the campus of American River College, and we've located, Zach, I don't know if you went out there with your phone, find a ref, the app or something, but we've got 2 more referees, so that makes 3, and that's all we need for this one. Santa Rosa Junior College against American River College. Looking over the starting lineups for Santa Rosa, number 5, Ezekiel Starworth is 6'4", averages 12.5 points a game. He's from New Zealand. Number 22 is Andrew Pengel. He is from Rancho Cotati High School. The freshman guard, Benicia High's Stephen Ransom. Talked about him in the pregame. Yachten Anderson, number 25, out of Livermore. He averages 10 points, 4 rebounds, and the aforementioned 6'7" Justin Smith from Windsor, 10 points and 7.5 rebounds. And for American River College, they'll start the 3 guards that we've seen for the entire season. Number 1 out of Folsom is Micah Johnston, the freshman. Number 2 is the sophomore Jay Burgess, and number 3 is Ivan Soto, the freshman out of El Camino. Nick Graves from Oak Ridge, the sophomore. Number 21 is starting, and so is Kobe Withrow Bass, a freshman out of Fairfield, number 24. And Zach, we talk about size for Santa Rosa. The size, what there is for the Beavers, is Nick Graves and also Kobe Bass, who's had some problems staying in the game with fouls. And I think the last game he had a little bit of a limp to him, so he was didn't look like he was 100%, but he's back in the starting lineup, and he can be a big plus tonight for American River.
Yeah, it's good to see him back in the lineup. He did get some kind of nick and just didn't finish out the game, and the Beavers were forced to play really small. They did start really small, so I wonder if that was something lingering, but it's good to see him back in the lineup.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you watch him and you know this from your freshman year to your sophomore year at a community college. There can be a huge difference.
Yeah.
And we've already seen Kobe come in here as a freshman, probably about 6'4" or 6'5", but a little bit undersized, and come in here, and you can see the improvements in his game already. His outside, he's got a little bit of a touch now. He's a little better at avoiding the fouling, which is obviously a big part of it. So we've seen a little bit of growth in his game, and as we mentioned, Nick Nick Graves in the pregame show. Nick's been one of the stalwarts of the team. And the freshman Micah Johnston, we talked about him a little bit. One of the guys that we say a lot on community college teams is one guy who kind of like does it all, but it's kind of a little bit under the radar.
Right.
But he contributes in all the different phases and also acts kind of like a glue guy and kind of keeps things moving. And they're so important at this level.
Yeah. And what we were talking about rebounding before, Micah Johnston and Evan Burgess are huge in rebounding from the guard position. So we will say that the Beavers are undersized, but it's the rebounding from the guard position is better than anything that we've seen in the Big 8 Conference.
Yeah, and you mentioned Evan Burgess, Jay Burgess as well, and Makai Morris is another guy who comes off the bench and is helpful for the Beavers. And we are getting it started with Yacht Anderson controlling, and we are ready to go here. A little bit late because of the referees. They said, do you want to do some pregame stuff? We said, no, we don't think we have time. Thank you. Smith with the pass up top. They get it inside. That's Ransom. All the way down the key, kicks it out. Moving the ball around. Good defense by the Beavers. It looks like the Bearcats have passed up a couple of shots. We're inside 5 on the shot clock, up and good. And that is Stallworth for the first 2 of the game.
Looked like the Beavers were in a little bit of a zone maybe there, or a matchup zone to throw something at Santa Rosa. Made them think about it a few times.
A lot of passes by the Bear Cubs until Ezekiel Stallworth hits it with just under 3 seconds to go on the shot clock. Burgess lets the 3 fly. It's back rim, no good. And Stallworth is right there to pick it up and dish it over to Anderson. Bear Cubs 10-2. They've won 8 straight. Started out conference play 2-2. Lost to Sac City and to Delta. There's a pass inside to Smith. Turnaround jumper about 12 feet over and off, but well rebounded in there by Ransom, and he puts it back in.
First, second chance points of the game for Santa Rosa.
8 rebounds a game for Stephen Ransom out of Benicia High, and it's a 4-0 start for the Bear Cubs. Beavers had a tough start a week ago against Sac City. There's a 3 for Graves. It's a little bit too long, and it rolls out to Ransom. And they're down 4-0 here early on. Feed inside to Smith again. Kicks it back out. Stallworth's going to take it from the left side. It's good, and that is a 3. 7 quick points for the Bear Cubs, and 2 minutes in, the Beavers are down by 7. Graves feeds it into Soto. There's a jump shot. Is good.
Good curl cut by Soto.
Ivan Soto, 11.8 points a game. He was a leading scorer the last time these 2 teams played for the Beavers. He had 17. Nice pass by Nick Graves to set him up for that, too, and it's 7-2. Burgess defending against against Ransom inside. Pass is knocked away by Johnston and lost by the Bear Cubs, but off of Kobe Withrow Bass. So we've seen that a couple of times, Zach. Burgess in there against a much taller guy, Stephen Ransom, at 6'5", and Burgess generously at 5'10".
Well, it looks like whatever defense American River started out in, they're already back to a straight man-to-man.
Pengel leaves it in the corner as a 3-pointer from the wing. It's in and out and pulled down by Nick Graves. Anderson on the shot there. Here's Burgess, nice move inside, kicks it out to Graves. Graves gets the defender in the air, pulls up 14 feet, and it's blocked, that time by Ransom. Good recovery by Stephen Ransom. He got him up in the air, and he came down and got the block. It's going to be a block again right there on Kobe Withrow Bass against Justin Smith.
And Santa Rosa with that pack line defense, if you get past that first line, if you get past the defender in front of you, there's more than likely 2 or 3 more bodies that are going to put themselves in front of you in the hoop. They do not want you to score in the paint.
So Withrow Bass gets his first personal foul, first team foul as we go down 17 to go in the first half, 20-minute halves in the men's game, 10-minute quarters in the women's game. We've got the Bear Cubs and Beavers women's game right after this. Smith inside against Burgess, up against the backboard, no good, but Burgess is going to be called for a foul underneath. And that is the size mismatch that we've got our eye on. Smith, 10 points, 7.5 rebounds, 6'7", a sophomore out of Windsor High School. He'll go to the line for 2, and Burgess assessed with a foul, second team foul on American River College.
And if Santa Rosa does see a mismatch, they will swing, try to get it into that mismatch. They're very adamant about sharing the rock, getting into the post.
They were patient that first possession they had. They were very patient. We're going to get a timeout with 16:52 to go in the first half. Beavers behind 9-2.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Quick timeout for Mark Georgie and the American River College Beavers as they trail at 9-2. 5 points for Ezekiel Starworth, 2 for Ransom, 2 for Justin Smith. Beavers have had a couple of good-looking shots. They've backroomed a couple. Withrow Bass hits Johnston. They moved around to Graves, guarded by Ransom. Johnston thought about it, didn't take it. Down to 15 on the shot clock as Burgess controls against Andrew Pengel. Trying to get to Johnston. He's going to have trouble with it. He's going to force one from 16 and score.
Well, good offense beats good defense.
That was kind of one of those desperation ones we talk about where I guess I got to shoot it, so
Yeah.
I feel no guilt about it and just dropped it in. Pengel tries a three from the left side, no good, and hit the standard, the wire above the backboard, and it will be Beavers' possession. You can tell us, like you said, Zach, that the Beavers really go for that offensive rebound. They really attack. They had 3 guys waiting for that one to come down. Luckily for the Beavers, it hit the standard. Cuts to Withrow Bass. Kobe goes inside against Smith, gets it back out to Graves. Under 20 on the shot clock as here comes Soto off a screen. Yacht Anderson stays right with him. Burgess pulls back, shoots a 3. I think it was, no, it's a 2. 2-point shot for Jay Burgess. He's got 4, and the Beavers are back within 3 as we're into the 16-minute mark here in the first half.
And just another great shot right over the top of the defense. Hand up, doesn't matter, good offense.
Stallworth working the left side against the undersized Burgess. He takes a 14-foot fall away and hits it. Tough matchup for the Beavers as Burgess giving up about 5 or 6 inches on that one, and Stallworth took advantage and hit the jumper. Cut to Johnston. Micah inside against Stallworth, who swats it away. Pengel goes up there, misses it, gets his own rebound, misses it, but Justin Smith is in there, shoots it, no good. Ransom goes up and scores.
An offensive rebound's hurting the Beavers early.
Burgess with a quick shot, back rim, no good, rolls all the way in the corner. Graves gets it. Nice feed in there to Johnson, he scores. Beautiful rebound by Graves in the corner, just bounced out to him, and he found Micah Johnston coming down the middle. Looks like Artem Zakharov is getting ready to come in, maybe give the Beavers some size underneath as we're under 15 to go here first half. Bear Cubs by 5. Bass trying to keep Justin Smith out, and he did it with the body. He's going to be called for the foul. That will be his second personal foul, and he will go to the bench for Zakharov. And I'm sure Coach Georgie, Zach, would rather he went to the bench with 1 foul and not 2.
Yeah, just got him with 2 hands on the body on that one.
Inbound, 20 seconds on the clock for the Bear Cubs. 18-6 on the season. Anderson working right side, or left wing against Johnston. Pengel feeds inside again to Stallworth working against Burgess. It's a fall-away 13-footer off the rim, no good. Nice rebound, Nick Graves. So Burgess made Stallworth go away from the basket, and Graves pulls up the rebound. Inside to Micah Johnston. His move, he's looking for Burgess. Graves saves it. Johnston's going to take a 3 off, no good, and Stallworth is on the other side for the rebound. Makai Morris getting ready to come in as Yacht Anderson works left wing. Smith against Zakharov, takes the shot over him, no good. Burgess goes up high, but Stallworth is higher and puts it back in. That's 9 already for Ezekiel Stallworth.
6 second chance points already for the Bear Cubs.
The average is 12.5. There's Burgess again, the jumper no good, and Smith is on it. Quick shots from the Beavers the last couple of times, and Smith all over the board. 15-8, 13.5 to go. Stallworth going to the hoop. Zakharov goes up to try to block it, but Stallworth scores. He has 11.
That sure was a tough finish.
Good job by Zakharov to come in and get in the way. We're going to get a foul, I think, on the cut as Chris Hawley gets ready to come back in. He'll come in for the first time for Yacht Anderson. Also coming in, Dave Baraka. Johnston out and Burgess out. Evan Burgess coming in along with Makai Morris. So it's those two, Zakharov, Graves, and Soto. Beavers trail by 9 early going. Baraka comes in. He is 6'6". Out of Pioneer High School. Nice pass inside to Makai Morris. He backdoors it to Evan Burgess, puts it up no good. He was a little intimidated by a couple of big guys in there, and it's pulled down.
Good ball movement and cutting there by the Beavers. Got a good look at the hoop.
So Holly is in, Baraka is in. They go with Stallworth, Pengel, and Ransom. Holly averages almost 18 points a game. He hits. That is Ransom on the roll, and he dunks it with two hands.
And Santa Rosa is looking to post up with 3 guys now. I know they subbed out Justin Smith.
Three-pointer for Graves.
They subbed out Justin Smith, but they are looking to post up Stallworth. They're looking to post up Ransom as well.
Yeah, Ransom at 6'5", Stallworth at 6'4", and they have the size advantage. Very active inside.
So maybe not entering the post for their 5-man, but they are entering in for their wings to post up the other AR wings.
I have Baraka at 6'6", and he set the screen. He's going to be called for a bad screen right there. Averages 3.5 points a game. So they took the 6'7" Smith out, Zach, but they have 6'6" Baraka in there. And, of course, they still have, as you mentioned, Stallworth and Ransom. So still 6'5" and 6'6" across the front line. And very active offensively for all three. Beavers trail by 8. Evan Burgess takes a jump shot. That's short, but he gets his own rebound, goes up, and he's knocked down by his own guy, unfortunately, and the shot is short. Baraka, nice pass inside, and a hammered Morris all over Ransom. Gets away with it, and it's a nice block. Graves corner. Zakharov trying to post in against Stallworth as Morris dribbles. Gets all the way underneath. Graves loses it. I think it's going to be off of Santa Rosa, though. Micah Johnson coming back in for Ivan Soto. Yacht Anderson will return for the Bear Cubs. And let's see who will be leaving. It looks like it's going to be number 5, Ezekiel Stallworth, who checks out with 11 points in the first 9 minutes of the game. Beavers will inbound. Makai Morris with under 10 to go on the clock. Gets it into Graves, guarded by Ransom. He's going to have to get something here. He takes the 3 going away, and Ransom got a hand on it, and it's pulled down by the Bear Cubs.
It did look like he got a piece of it on the way through.
19-11, under 11 to go. Ransom against Makai Morris on the left side. There's Hawley. Great ball movement by the Bear Cubs. It gets back in and taken by Ransom, and he tries, maybe throws. That's a situation that you maybe want to see him be a little more selfish, because I think he could have gone up from the right side. He saw Baraka crashing from the left.
Yeah, and especially because we've seen him do that about 2 or 3 times today. Catch it on the post, move towards the baseline, and go finish at the rim. Maybe a little too unselfish.
So turnover on the Bear Cubs side. Beavers still trailing at 19-11. Morris keying it with Zakharov up on top. He'll take a 17-footer. It's good. Makai Morris using the excellent screen from Artem Zakharov, and the Beavers are back within half dozen.
And Santa Rosa was giving him a step, respecting his driving ability, and he just took up the space and shot it right over the top.
There's the Anderson going up, shooting and missing, knocked around, picked up by Micah Johnston. A lot of activity, some contact at the rim. Graves open for a 3. He takes it short. Micah Johnson, what a rebound. He recovers that and hits Makai Morris. 10 minutes to go in the first half, 20 on the shot clock. Morris gets through. Tries a backdoor to Johnson, but well played by the Bear Cubs. Pass really wasn't there. and it'll be Santa Rosa possession. Yachten Anderson takes a three, in and out, and a nice rebound by Evan Burgess as they hit Morris on the left side. Really nowhere to go, though.
Well, that's the thing. Micah Johnson's still going to push it up court just to put pressure on the defense.
Nice pass underneath to Morris. Falls down, picks it up. Dribbles away, guarded by Hawley. Uses the screen and takes a three and hits it. Big shot from Makai Morris. 5 points really quick, and we've got a timeout on the Santa Rosa side. 9:17 to go first half. It's the Bear Cubs 19, the Beavers 16. You're watching ARC basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies, and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
.9:17 to go. Beavers have cut it to three, and Zach Makai Morris has come in and provided. You've seen him do it mostly from the drives, the games that you've been on the call with me, but today he's hit a couple of outside shots.
Yeah, and I think Santa Rosa saw the same thing. They're playing him to drive, and he's just shooting right there since they're giving him the room. They're giving him about 3 or 4 feet.
And Zakharov with a couple of excellent screens there, the big 6'7" ball player. Helping out Makai Morris is the Bear Cubs with Hawley controlling on the left side.
And I think if you're the Beavers here, you haven't played your best ball and you're down by 3.
There's a 3 from Stallworth.
Right, announcer's jinx right there, but you aren't playing your best and you're still very much alive in this ballgame.
Stallworth now with 14 already. Ivan Soto is back. Morris thinking about taking another one. Tries the backdoor cut, and again, that's another time to, we talked about it a couple times, Zach. They really rely on the backdoor, but I think they've done 2 in a row where it just wasn't there.
Yeah, and that kind of is the frustrating thing from a constricting defense like Santa Rosa's, who will kind of put their heels on the three-point line and not really get in your face, but as soon as you try to drive, they'll just constrict on you. That's kind of the frustrating thing because you want to get in the paint and get some paint touches, so you force passes like that.
Jay Burgess is back in, taking place of Makai Morris. Hawley controlling right side, guarded by Johnson, tries to get in the lane, and Johnson pokes it away. An excellent defensive play by Micah Johnson. And there's pass over to Burgess. Burgess puts it up and scores. What a pass that time by Evan Burgess, and Jay Burgess with the finish.
What excellent defense there by Micah Johnston. On-ball steals are really hard to come by. Usually you get them out of help, and he absorbed the spin and poked it right out.
Yeah, he would be, I don't know if they keep deflections like they do at the NBA level now, but he would be way up there in deflections. As Burgess's free throw is good. It's a three-pointer. Jay has 7. Justin Smith returns, and so does Stephen Ransom. Anderson comes out, and Dave Baraka will exit. So Beavers cut it back to 3. Coming down to 8:10 to go first half. Beavers 6 and 7 in conference. There's a pass inside to Ransom. Johnson goes up and blocks it from behind. Another play by Micah Johnston, and he's getting close to a half dozen in the first half already. Zach, excellent defensive plays.
The blocks are always so hard to come by as the primary defender, and he did it. That was giving up the size advantage.
Zakharov sets a screen for Soto. Ivan hasn't taken a 3 yet. There's Burgess in the key. A little runner rolls around and no good. A nice shot, but it's pulled down by Ezekiel Stallworth. He's going to get himself to the rim. Johnson pokes it away again, and I think we're getting a foul call. Let's see if it's on Micah Johnston. Yes, it is. And it's going to be inbounded underneath the basket. So not on the shot, on the drive. It's Micah's fourth team foul for the Beavers. You need to get to 7, and then it's in the 1-and-1 situation.
Always a weird situation when you probably fouled him more on the possession before, but they don't call that, so you do a similar thing, and then they call that. So,
but you can't complain because you already got away with it once. But then you go, why didn't, all right, well, Hawley's got a wide open 3 from the left side, in and out, and pulled down by Evan Burgess. And his pass picked off by Justin Smith. Picked off back by Jay Burgess, who's going to look like he was going to take it, but he didn't. He pulls it back out. Uses the screen. Justin Smith jumps right up on it. Burgess inside to Soto. Jay, nice pullback. Still 15 on the shot clock for ARC. Evan Burgess takes the shot. Back rim, no good, and is pulled down by Ransom. Holly working the left side, drives in, cuts it up, and he's fouled. Let's see if it's on Burgess or on Micah Johnston. It's on Micah Johnson. That's his second.
Well, if I was Micah Johnson, I'd be pleading my case that wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
But he doesn't seem to be pleading too much, so.
Kobe Withrow Bass is going to re-enter. Chris Hawley to the line for 2 shots out of Jesuit High School in Carmichael, California.
And when you're as active as Johnson is on defense, you don't like getting that second foul in the first half because it just puts a little voice in the back of your head that says, oh, maybe I shouldn't go for this or I shouldn't swipe at that. And that little delay might cost you.
Yeah, and that's what he lives on, right? Second one is in and out and pulled down by Evan Burgess. 23-19, Johnson works inside, feeds it to Evan. Withrow Bass pulls it out right side. He's looking for a cutter. Burgess inside to Bass. Again, another time where it looked like the Beavers are trying to make something out of nothing, and that's 3 or 4 times now that they've really gone for that backdoor cut, and it's not there.
If you notice, one way to take away cutters is to get really good on-ball pressure on the guy with the ball. Santa Rosa doesn't really get in your face that much as a ball handler 30 feet away from the hoop, so they can just look at the cutters, and sometimes they just think it's there, and it's not.
Holly goes down the lane, puts it up with the left hand, it rolls in and out, and Kobe Withrow Bass with a tough rebound. Johnson quickly up court to Jay Burgess. Evan takes one from the side and hits it. Evan Burgess for 2, and we're going to get a timeout for the Bear Cubs. Evan Burgess, his first 2 of the game. Timeout with 6:27 to go. We have a 23-21 score. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
$6:27 to go from Hutchinson Gym. It's a 23-21 score in favor of Santa Rosa. Mark the Phantom Lowe here with Zach Lowe, my broadcast partner. Stones McCoy is our producer, director, and cameraman. And Justin Smith will inbound it for the Bear Cubs, who got a little dressing down, Zach. It seemed like in that huddle, as Coach Craig McMillan not happy with the squad right now.
Yeah, and it's always tough on these bus rides. What is it, 2-hour bus ride, maybe a little over 2 hours? You're coming off the bus and you're just jumping straight into the game. So sometimes with these long road trips, it takes teams a few minutes to get their legs. But American River just needs to keep bringing the punches to them, bring the punches to Santa Rosa.
Be the aggressor in the situation, So that's number 10, Jackson Smith, who's come into the game. Or Smythe, I don't know exactly. It's S-M-Y-T-H, and he's out of Australia, so it could be Smythe. Stallworth takes a 3, back rim no good. Justin Smith was way over the back of poor Kobe Withrow Bass and back tapped it. Holly to Ransom. Holly very active on the left side. Here's Smith with a 3 up top, and it's no good. And that one's pulled down on ricochet by Micah Johnston. Hits Evan Burgess. He's open. He takes it. Back rim no good. Good look, open look for Evan Burgess from about 12 feet, but he couldn't get it to go down. And quickly the Bear Cubs come back with Stallworth, leaving it for Smith. He goes strong to the hoop, misses it, but put back up by Ransom. 8 points for Stephen Ransom. He averages 7.5, and I think he gets them all off offensive rebounds if this game has been any tale.
Well, he's the first one to every one.
There's another pass. They try to get it inside to Burgess, and it gets away. Holly coming strong, and Kobe Withrow Bass with the block.
Good recovery there by Withrow Bass.
Nick Graves is back in. Sharpshooter averages 16 points and 6 rebounds, has 3 points so far in this one. Got a nice rest there as Holly will inbound it for the Bear Cubs. 5:10 to go, 25 on the shot clock. all the way up top to Smythe. Graves went for the steal, couldn't get it, but it was a deflection and in the hands of Soto. He looks for Johnson. Jay Burgess for three from the wing. Count it.
Well,
Soto made the right move there, huh, Zach? He had a guy on the right wing and a left wing, and he took the right one.
I was going to say that probably wasn't the fast break you ran as a kid, where most guys run to the hoop.
That's right.
3-on-2, that's a nice time to get a nice open look at three, and Burgess knocks it down.
Yeah, that's different than my 1970s fast break. Yeah,
probably
it would always go to the guy on the right.
Probably told you to shoot layups too.
Yeah. Oh yes, all the time. Well, you couldn't dunk; it was against the rules. There's a pass by Smythe's going to go into the backcourt and under the basket. And, Zach, you were telling me something about that, what the coaches tell you when the ball goes in the backcourt.
Take the backcourt violation because then the team gets it at the halfway line instead of under the hoop.
Yeah.
Now, American River, if they want to draw up something or if they have a nice little play for a quick 2 points, they can run that here.
10 points for Jay Burgess. Beavers get it inside to Graves. Graves puts it up, no good. And
well,
that's a blue.
Exactly what American River was looking for.
That play has worked a couple of times to the point where they get the good shot, but they haven't made it yet. So, still thinking about that. Smythe from Australia is running the point now. He's got Stallworth, Pengel on the right wing, Smith, Ransom. There's a wide open look at three, and it's in and out and pulled down by Bass. That was Pengel. Quickly gets it up to Graves. Graves going to go strong to the hoop. Goes up with the left hand, can't get it to go. Nicely defended by Smythe on that one, who was with him all the way. Pass inside to Ransom. Kobe Withrow Bass is going to be called for a foul, and I believe that's Kobe's third foul, and that was unfortunate because that was going to go out of bounds.
Well, I think Nick Graves got a cruel introduction to how the refs are calling that game with that drive.
They're allowing a little contact there on the drive, and I think they're doing that both ways, to your point. But that time, I think the ball was going to be out of bounds, and the foul was called, on Bass. That's his third foul. 16 foul for the Beavers, and expect to see the Cubs come right back at him. Pengel's going to take a three from the left side, no good, and Kobe Withrow Bass gets the rebound. And here come the Beavers with a chance to take the lead. Burgess, left side. Bass inside. There's a backdoor to Graves. He lays it up and can't get it to go. And that time, that was a perfect pass by Burgess, and Graves can't score it. Ezekiel Stallworth for three. Good.
Now, I wonder, Graves laid it up, and Ransom smacked the backboard because he missed the block, and it moved the hoop. I'm not saying that's what it was, but
Burgess, very quick three, no good.
I always thought there was some kind of basket interference on those.
Yeah, absolutely. 28-24, Beavers had a chance to take the lead. Stallworth comes back down and hits the three, gives the Bear Cubs an advantage of 4 as we're coming down toward 3 minutes to go.
With 2 missed layups by the Beavers. An opportunity to take the lead.
Withrow Bass gets it, and that's going to be a possession to the Beavers, it looks like. They call it the jump ball, and that's 17 for Stallworth in the first half. Averages 12.5, and he's been very, very active. He and Ransom especially, Zach, inside for the Bear Cubs. Really a tough combo to defend.
Well, you said 12.5. He averages 12.5.
Yeah.
I would have thought 12.5 for each half or something.
Absolutely. He and
Ransom.
Ransom.
With the way he's getting them, and I think it was a point of emphasis for Santa Rosa was to post up their wings against American River's wings.
25 points for Ransom and Stallworth put together.
And both of them, I think, have been pretty prominent in the post.
Graves controlling up top, guarded by Stallworth. Withrow Bass has it outside, going to go strong to the hoop, puts it up over Smith, and scores. A little afraid on that. Kobe was coming in there a little aggressively, Zach. I don't want that offensive foul for number 4 on Kobe, but he hits his first 2 of the game, averages 9.6 rebounds.
Offhand drive, offhand finish.
Pengel against Soto. Smythe, nice behind the back, steps inside, feeds Smith. Smith goes up and scores, and he is fouled by Bass, it looks like. And that's going to be 4 on Kobe Withrow Bass. Smith scores. He has 4, and I wonder how come he was in there with 3 fouls on him. Evan Burgess will come back in. 30-26 when Bass goes to the bench for what will certainly be the rest of this first half. Or this first half.
Now Santa Rosa big man Justin Smith is going to be forced to guard small as well.
He's on Evan Burgess right now, to your point, Zach. Graves working inside. He's got an open look at a three. He lets it fly. Back rim no good, and Pengel goes up high and gets the rebound.
Good look at the rim there by Graves.
Stallworth lets it go from the right corner. 20 points in the first half, including 4 threes for Ezekiel Stallworth.
There's no way we could know this, but has he missed yet? I don't think he has.
I doubt it. If he was probably fouling it wasn't called. Burgess goes strong to the hoop, and he gets a little bailout there, it looked like. They're going to call it on Justin Smith. It's just his first personal foul. Evan Burgess will go to the line for 2. Evan with 2 in the ball game.
And if they're sticking the center on Burgess or someone else on the American River, it's attacking him is going to be the point of emphasis for American River. You get that big man moving laterally, get him moving, so then maybe on offense he doesn't crash the rebounds as hard. You got to make him work. You can't let him just get hidden on one of your guys.
34-28 as Burgess knocks down 2. Evan has 4. Holly, Smith, Stallworth, Smythe, and Pengel for the there's a Smythe three-pointer, no good. Ricochet on the rebound is retrieved by Nick Graves.
Great box out by Evan Burgess.
Soto, who's a three-point shooter, hasn't had a three-point shot, goes strong to the basket, lays it up. What a shot, a right-handed scoop shot from the left side, and he has 4.
Wonder if that might get him going, looking at the rim a little bit more as a shooter. Just seeing one thing go in is a world of difference.
Smith controls left side. Bear Cubs by 4, a minute to go. Nice defense by Nick Graves, and Stallworth steps on the inline, so he can do something wrong.
He can.
He can.
Great defense
Not
by
a lot,
Nick Graves.
but yeah. Yeah, Graves with a great job defensively. And Beavers down by 4. Burgess looks for Evan. Burgess gets, again, tries to get him, lead him inside, and it's another turnover for the Beavers.
That looked more like a curl cut than a back cut, but yeah, to your point, another cut going towards the rim that just doesn't quite find the home.
Do you think that the fact that the Bear Cubs are playing the tough defense makes the Beavers maybe want to try to trying to get that an easy one here and there?
Yeah.
Because they're having to work hard to get open shots.
And they're so good off of the dribble penetration Santa Rosa is on defense.
Poked away by Johnston. Holly, a wide open 3, no good. But Smith's right there for the rebound. His pass is knocked away, Johnston, and it's off his leg. Micah Johnson is, I tell you, we talked about him in the pregame, how he does a little bit of everything, but I don't know, defensively he's had a better half than he's had tonight.
Yeah, and he's been, in those minutes he was out of the game, American River went through a spell of kind of an erratic offensive possessions. And when he's in, it's the defense with the rebounding mixed into the fact he gives them some sort of consistency down there on the offensive end, getting guys where they need to be, and just getting it in one guy's hand to set things up.
Almost a full shot clock for Bear Cubs. Pengel controlling left side, guarded by Soto. There's Smythe taking another 3. Back rim no good. Run down by Burgess, and here come the Beavers. Burgess lays it up with the left hand as he just left Smythe in the dust there. Goes around him and lays up with the left hand, and we're coming down to the end of the half, and it's just a 2-point lead for the Bear Cubs. Shot clock is off. Holly controlling. Feet inside, and there's Johnson again. Ball's knocked around. Burgess has it and gets the timeout. Tremendous play, I think. Let's see. I thought the referee, he did give him the timeout. So with 6.3 seconds to go, we've talked about him. He only has 2 points, but Micah Johnson has had defensively about as good a half as you can have.
Yeah, he's probably, I don't want to say allowed 2 points because that refers to just stuff you do on offense, but it's an impactful 2 points because, like we said, he's had steals on the ball. He's led the fast breaks. He's boxed out. And then just plays like that, just earning yourself another shot at 2 points or 3 points going into the half. It's small, but when you at the end of the game, you look back at possessions like this and you say, hey, we could steal 2 points here. We could steal 1 point here. If they can convert on this, he stole 2 points for his team.
And even if they don't, that's 2 points that the Bear Cubs aren't going to have a chance to
There
get.
you go.
And that's the thing. They were going to be able to run the shot clock out because there was no shot clock, and he gave the Beavers a possession and took one away from Santa Rosa. So even if they don't score it, they don't lose anything.
And I'm usually not in favor of when you dive on loose balls just screaming timeout, timeout, because I think timeouts are probably more valuable than we really think. But in a situation like this, I don't think you've called one this half yet.
Yeah.
It was a great move. Try to get your team 6.3. I say it every time. It's 6.3 is an eternity.
Gavin Vogeson comes in, number 24. Burgess is going to try to get all the way to the basket, lays it up with the right hand and scores, and that's the end of the first half. Jay Burgess kind of takes a look at the Bear Cub bench as he runs back to the locker room. And Zach, improbably a couple of times during that first half, we didn't think it would be this, but we got ourselves a tie score at halftime.
Yeah, I think inadvertently or advertently, American River has mucked up this ball game. They've said you drove here 2 hours on a Tuesday. We're going to make you come out and play. We're not going to lay down, and our center has 4 fouls. We're still going to box out and get to grab defensive rebounds, and every time we do, we're going to push it as hard as we can. They say, like Jay Burgess on the possession before that, they say go until someone stops you. Well, a guy stopped him, and he went right by him.
By him, and that time they didn't stop him.
And the second time they just didn't stop him. And then we said Micah Johnson, he stole 4 points because he stopped Santa Rosa from getting 2, and we converted 2.
Fantastic. That's what you need if you're going to take down one of the top teams in the conference. Jay Burgess has 14. We go to halftime. Our score, Santa Rosa Junior College 34, American River College 34. We'll see you after a short halftime break. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
From Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid, and that's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
Let me get a 2 beat, 2 clip, and they don't want it. They don't want it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. We used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious, but
Just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home. Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1-on-4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled, puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it, and she sets it over for Molly Harrison, pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Funny, but I wanted to ask you about that because I remember you doing that show, and you kind of.
Go ahead.
That's our new show.
Really nice.
Yeah, Beneath One Fern is what we call the
set.
show.
Yeah, Between
Alternate.
a Flower?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
we're working on we're
Okay.
workshopping the title.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, you may not see that $10 again, my friend. That woman does not like to fork over the cash.
I heard him say he'd pay you next Tuesday. So,
That's right. I didn't bring pad and paper, so I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen when I come back.
First
So
of all,
I got to
we
take notes.
we may end up in one, especially on this episode of the Stones and Toys Show.
Oh, snap.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
told Rick, I said, this is the guy that's going to lead us out of the...
He can't even lead us out of the
He
parking
can't get out of the
lot.
parking lot.
So just moments ago, a rhubarb, a brouhaha between Mr. Reynolds, the great Jerry Reynolds, and the great Mr. Basketball.
They always wear
He
something
dresses different. He has his suit on and stuff.
So,
yeah.
so it's like, hey, fans, I'm different.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the man.
Well,
see, so...
yeah.
Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
Let me get a 2-beat, 2-clip, and they don't want it. They don't want it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
Just tweet it out and then don't really
run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
I know
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home. Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1-on-4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled, puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it, and she sets it over for Molly Harrison, pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And welcome back to Hutchinson Gym on the campus of American River College in lovely Sacramento, California. Mark the Phantom Lowe here with Zach Lowe, Stones McCoy, on the controls. Chris Toy is loitering around somewhere, and we've got a 34-34 tie game here, Zach. We talked about a little bit Ezekiel Starworth. What an impressive ball player out of New Zealand, 6'4", comes out 20 points in the first half. He did step out of bounds once, so that was the problem. Jay Burgess was fantastic. The electrifying Jay Burgess, 14 points. But Kobe Withrow Bass is on the floor with 4 fouls. You're a little surprised that he's starting the second half?
Yeah, I am surprised. And American River was doing a great job towards this latter half of the first half. I have 8 second chance points for Santa Rosa, and I believe I wrote down 6 of these before the 15-minute mark left in the half. So they've been doing really good around the defensive rebounds, and Withrow Bass is probably here to help bolster up their defensive rebounding.
He does have the 4 fouls. Smith on the court. He's got Stallworth for 3, no good, but a rebound by Ransom over the top of Graves, and it'll be another possession for the Bear Cubs. Justin Smith, 14-footer, no good. Johnston blocks a shot by Stallworth, but Stallworth gets it back, and it's another possession for the Bear Cubs. Deflection by Withrow Bass. Goes inside to Justin Smith. Soto has him around the waist, kind of like, hey, I'm protecting you. Don't jump up in the air. And Ivan Soto will be called with a foul. I think it's going to be under the basket as Smith is going to the free throw line going, come on, I'm shooting the ball while the guy's grabbing my hips.
Well, this isn't a dance class.
Hey, hips don't lie. There's almost 5 seconds. They finally get it in. Swinging around to Smith left side. Defended by Withrow Bass. Kobe's got to be careful, of course. Soto defending Ransom, who switches on with Graves now. Stallworth, 5 on the shot clock. There's a 3 from the corner, and it's good by Justin Smith. He has 8, and the Bear Cubs, with a minute possession there, almost like controlling the clock for a whole quarter in football, and they come up with 3, and here's the Beavers.
And right as I talk about second chance points, there's third. It was about 4th chance, but It was a 3.
Burgess gets it into Withrow Bass, puts it up with the left hand, blocked by Stallworth from the weak side. Big play by the Bear Cubs, and there goes Yachten Anderson, feeds Smith, drops it off for Ransom under the basket for 2. 10 points for Stephen Ransom in the first 5 of the second half go to the Bear Cubs. They scored the first 7 of the game before the Beavers got their first 2 on the board. Soto's going to take a long 3 and swishes it.
He didn't think about that one at all. He knew what he was doing when he was catching that ball.
He had a guy coming out and contesting it as well, and he just let it go. And Soto has 7. It's a 2-point lead for the Bear Cubs. Stallworth gets himself some space, doesn't take it though. Anderson with Johnson trailing. Anderson 16-footer swish. That's Anderson's first 2. He averages 10, and it's 41-37. Pass down to Graves, lays it in with the right hand from the left side.
Beautiful look-ahead pass by Burgess, and Nick Graves running the floor.
Not quite a backdoor, but it was Burgess always with his head up, and the lead is 2.
More just a go route there.
Graves now with 5 in the game. Smith thinks about it, takes the 3, back rim no good. Ransom goes up high, and it's batted away by Graves, and an excellent play by Nick Graves. Soto controlling. Graves is open for a 3, lets it fly. No, in and out, pulled down by Pengel off the floor. Nice hesitation dribble by Pengel, goes in, lays it up, it rolls out, but he'll get on to the line for 2. Let's see who the call is on. Andrew Pengel from Rancho Cotati, the freshman. Looks like it's on Jay Burgess. Oh, it's on Soto.
Graves got a good look, probably one of the better looks he'll get. So when he caught it and looked in front of him, he's like, well, put this one up.
Taking it, Pengel to the line. That's Micah Johnson was assessed with that foul. That's his 3rd.
And Graves is working his ass off on the defensive end, rebounding, boxing out. And he has the defensive assignment on Stallworth mostly.
Pengel hits the first free throw, 42-39. Averages 8 points, has 2, and it's 43-39 for the Bear Cubs. Coming down to 17 minutes to go in this one from Hutchison Gym. Bear Cubs 10-2 in conference. Beavers are 6-7. Spin move by Bass gets it out to Burgess. Kobe working on Justin Smith. He has to be a little bit careful with those 4 fouls, not to get too aggressive. 8 seconds to go. Graves will take the three. Looked good. It was a little bit too long, and Pengel comes down with a rebound. Good defense by the Bear Cubs on that possession. And here comes Smith, right wing. Evan Burgess is in the game. Good defense by the Beavers. Get it down under 10. Smith has it left side. Gets inside and it's knocked away. On the floor, Stallworth has it. Going to be 4 in the shot clock. Good job by the referee to notice that one right away as it went to 28. Soto comes in for Nick Graves, and it'll be 4 seconds on the shot clock, and it looks like the Bear Cubs are going to get a 20-second timeout. So why they take that timeout, Zach, we went to half. We were tied at 34. Just like the first half, the Bear Cubs come out strong, and the Beavers got to try to match them.
Yeah, Santa Rosa coming out up by 4. I think, like we said, 7-0 run to start out the game. The Beavers just got to get back to where their bread is butter, and that's getting stops on the defensive end and getting out and running. We saw Nick Graves able to run out ahead, and Burgess find him off a defensive stop. It's going to be all about down here on the defensive end getting those stops, because Santa Rosa is going to crash the offensive glass. They're going to keep shooting well. They got guys who could fill up the score sheet. So it comes down to getting stops and working your way down on offense. Give yourself easier looks with Santa Rosa Bear Cubs in transition, rather than when they get that wingspan and that length all set up down there on defense.
Stallworth had 20 in the first half. He hasn't scored yet in the second. Ransom now with 10. Justin Smith with 8. And Anderson got himself a foul, and that is going to be 5 fouls on Kobe Withrow Bass as he fouls a three-point shooter with 1 second to go on the shot clock, and he is out of the game with 5 personal fouls. And if you're Santa Rosa, you couldn't ask for a better outcome than that. Here comes Zakharov.
Yeah, I couldn't really see the angle on it, but he must have got him with the body or something on the way up. With 4 seconds left on the shot clock, you always can't, as a coach, you're not happy with those with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Plus he gives Anderson now 3 shots, as he was leaning forward to get the contact, but again, Bass was leaning on him too, so call had to be made the way it was made. Anderson, the second. So you lose Bass and you get it. You bailed out a shot clock violation here, and they're going to end up with 2 or maybe 3 points here from Anderson. That one is in and out, and Zakharov pulls it down. So Beavers trail by 6. Coming down to 16 to go in the game. Evan Burgess, right wing. Soto with Pengel on him. Tries to get himself some space, takes the 3, and scores it. Evan Soto, and Zach, I don't know if it was that scoop shot in the first half, but he really has some confidence in his look coming out here in the second half.
Yeah, and as soon as the first one goes and you get another look at that second one, it gives you that much more confidence to shoot it.
He's got a lot of range, a real strong shot there. He was a couple of feet behind the line on that one. Ransom line to get it to Stallworth, and Burgess is playing hard inside. Smith takes a 16-foot jumper in and out. Tipped up, no good. Zakharov with a fine rebound and gets it quickly to Evan Burgess. Hesitation by Evan. He's going to take a fall away, and that was blocked by Justin Smith. 15 on the shot clock. That one was doomed for the start as Smith was looming over Evan Burgess. And there goes Jay Burgess down the line, lays it up, and it's knocked around. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be off of the Bear Cubs with 7 seconds to go on the shot clock here.
And that one looked like Stallworth got a piece of it on the way up.
Evan Burgess to key it in, and it's blocked immediately by Ransom. And at 6'5", Ransom, a tough guy, Zach, to get the ball over if you're the 5'10" Evan Burgess.
Yeah. In 7 seconds. Yeah, I was going to say they probably need to run at least 1 second off the shot clock.
Make it 6 seconds. Eagle eye on that one, Zach. Let's see if we can get the ball quickly in there. And they're trying to get it to Burgess or to Soto. And they get it to Johnston. Rolls inside. Spin move. Goes up. High arching shot. Back rim. No good. A good defensive possession that time by the Bear Cubs on the inbound. And they take over with just under 15 to go. Anderson looks to be a little more offensive-minded. Ransom gets up high for a 15-footer, no good. And Zakharov is doing an excellent job on the boards here in the second half. That's his 3rd rebound. Burgess up top using the Zakharov screen. Jay goes down the lines, poked away and controlled by the Bear Cubs, and he's going to be called for the foul.
I was just going to say, Zakharov, I believe, 3 straight possessions, 3 straight rebounds. That's the kind of thing they're going to need.
Burgess with a little too much dribbling from the sense that Bear Cubs taking a poke at the ball, knocking it away. Anderson stops out too far, and Burgess immediately closes in on him. Still 20 on the shot clock, though, for Santa Rosa. They lead by 3. Pengel's going to take the shot. It is good. Beavers down by 6. I think you need to get Nick Graves back in the game. He's not out there. Johnson's going to take a 3 from the wing, no good, and pulled down with no competition by Stephen Ransom.
Not a lot of movement there by the Beavers, maybe a little tired legs.
Going to get a travel call against Stallworth. 13:55 to go in this one. Beavers trail by 6. They've got Evan Burgess, Jay Burgess, Micah Johnston, Ivan Soto, and Artem Zakharov on the floor. Kobe Withrow Bass has already fouled out with 2 points in this one. Nick Graves on the bench right now. Beavers are running Soto around, and Pengel is staying with him. Still 10 to go on the shot clock. Micah Johnson up top. Soto's going to take that one, and it's good. Ivan Soto got the look of a shooter. More importantly, he's got the shot of a shooter. 3 straight in the second half, and it's 48-45.
They ran him around probably about 6 screens there on that possession, trying to get him an open look at it. And he still didn't even really get an open look at it, but he got a look at it.
Feed inside to Ransom, guarded by Johnston. Smith cutting, but doesn't get it. Yachten Anderson's going to take a 3 up top. No good, but Ransom's right there to feed Smith and lay it in. Again, we talked about it, Zach. There's those offensive rebounds leading to baskets for the Bear Cubs, and they lead by 5 with 13 to go in this one. Soto now working the left side against Pengel. Works inside, goes to the lane, and they're going to have a foul on the drive by Andrew Pengel as Chris Hawley is getting ready to check in. He's going to come in for Justin Smith, it looks like.
So Santa Rosa going without a center.
They still have Ransom and Stallworth in there, though, and they can certainly fill the bill. Graves getting ready to check in for the Beavers. Burgess trying to find Soto. He's open. He lets it fly as soon as he touches it, and it's in. Impressive shooting display, because I don't even think he looked where the basket was on that one.
I love how he caught it right in the pocket. It was a quick release. Not a lot of movement in his shot. He knows where he is, and he'll right from the chest up above his head.
16 for Soto, 12 in this half. And it's a 2-point lead for the Bear Cubs. Pengel goes to the lane over Zakharov. Artem Zakharov, excellent defensive play, and comes down with it. Soto going to let that one fly, and it's off the front rim and no good. It was on line, but just a little short. And here come the Bear Cubs. Chris Hawley controlling up top out of Jesuit High. They eventually get it inside. Artem Zakharov with a tremendous defensive play. A roll around by Stallworth, no good. Over the back was Ransom, not called, and Artem Zakharov comes down with another rebound.
Zakharov given some great minutes off the bench since Withrow Bass is fouling out.
There's a lot of contact going on right now on both sides. 10 on the shot clock. Jay Burgess against Anderson. He's going to take a 16-footer, and it's in and out. Zakharov puts it back up, no good. And it'll be the Bear Cubs' possession. Artem would have been better served probably to bring that out, but he was. And there's Ransom coming in. The dunk is no good, but Hawley gets the rebound, and the shot is blocked by Zakharov. Here comes Jay Burgess, one-on-one with Pengel. Puts it up, no good. Zakharov right there, lays it up, no good. And the Bear Cubs come down with it. And laid in by Ransom.
Oh,
tough break on Zakharov.
What a few possessions up and down the court on that one.
Artem with another rebound. He's got to have at least 8 rebounds. We're going to get a timeout from the Beavers. 10:53 to go in this one, and it's a good one from Hutchison Jim. Bear Cubs 52, Beavers 48. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Said 53 to go here. Beavers trail it by 4. A couple of unlikely heroes. Now, Ivan Soto, not an unlikely hero because he's been shooting 41% from 3 the entire season, averaging 12 points a game. But he's come out in the second half and just drilled 4 of them. And Artem Zakharov, who has not got a lot of playing time, Zach, he's got to have a half dozen rebounds in this half alone.
Yeah, we were wondering what it was going to be like with Withrow Bass on the bench, and Zakharov came in and grabbed some huge rebounds and protected the rim really well. Giving him a breather right now. It looks like going small, but really good minutes off the bench.
Burgess to the basket, up and under, and scores. Jay Burgess, his first 2 of the second half. He has 16, and it's back to a 2-point Bear Cub lead. So Zakharov he's probably tired. He hasn't played that much in a long time. Stallworth goes in, 14-footer. It's short, but Ransom's right there to pick it off and put it back in, and that's 14 for Ransom on 7 baskets, and I think most of them were off of second chance points. Jay Burgess controlling. Backdoor to Johnson. Again, not quite there. Deflected by the Bear Cubs. And with 16 seconds to go in the shot clock, it'll be the Beavers under their own hoop. Let's see who's inbounding. It's Ivan Soto.
And the Beavers are going to keep giving those back cuts a look. And the later on in the game, Santa Rosa gets more and more tired. Those back cuts might get more open. So the Beavers are still going to do it.
Soto in the corner. Hawley defending. He's getting to basket. A 16-foot turnaround is going to be short, and Chris Hawley with some excellent defense that time on Ivan Soto. Bear Cubs 54-50. We're under 10 minutes to go in this one. Pengel drives into the lane, kicks it out, deflected to Hawley. Hawley thought about it, but he's going to get back. He's going to try to hit the cutter. Ransom's in the key for a long time. Still in the key. The pass is out of bounds.
You know they're not going to call 3 in the key.
No, but I mean, the guy is so effective like Ransom, and he's in there. You got to really curtail it at 3 seconds if you're a Beaver fan, because if he's in there much longer than that, he's going to turn it into 2 points. 9:35 to go. Beavers trailing it by 4. Micah Johnson, Evan Burgess, Jay Burgess, Makai Morris back in the game, and Nick Graves as Soto takes a break. Evan Burgess trying to get the back door, wasn't there. Johnston against Stallworth, tries to go in, puts it up with the right hand, just a little bit too short. And Johnson's going to be called for a grab for his 4th personal foul, and that's what frustrates you if you're a Beaver fan. You see a lot of this contact going on under the basket, and then you get a guy who gets called for a grab, a reach shot, and it's his 4th foul.
90 feet away from the hoop as well.
So Withrow Bass has already fouled out. Micah Johnson now has 4, and as we go down toward 9 minutes, the Bear Cubs lead it by 4. With Chris Hawley controlling it. Stallworth, Pengel, Ransom, and Anderson also in the game for the Bear Cubs, and Anderson retrieves it on the left wing, swings it around to Stallworth up top. Ivan Soto going to come back in as Pengel controls against Morris. Under 10 on the shot clock. Pengel, the 3-point shooter, drives into the lane, spin move, goes all the way to the hoop, up off the board, rolls around, no good, and goes off 3 Beavers, and Anderson picks it up, puts it up, and scores. That's a frustrating one for the Beavers because 3 of them had a hand on the rebound, and Anderson came up with it and made a very inventive shot to put the Bear Cubs up by 6. Graves is going to be off left with that quick 3, and it's pulled down by the Bear Cubs.
And the Bear Cubs are more than content with moving the ball here on offense and using a few seconds.
Johnston guarding against Stallworth with 4 fouls. Anderson controlling right side. They got it down to 10 seconds to go again. It's Stallworth against Johnson. Ransom has it, backs it up. Pengo's going to take a long three, and it's good. Big shot there for Andrew Pengel. He's got 8 points all in the second half, and it's a 59-50 game.
2 straight really good defensive possessions for American River, ending in a back.
Graves gets one defender up. Fall-away shot is good. Nick Graves.
The first one ended in an offensive rebound where 3 Beavers had the ball.
Yep.
And the other one ends with a hand-in-the-face three-pointer from 26 feet away.
Morris with the physical defense on Pengel. Swings it to Holly. Uses a moving screen, no good. Johnson pulls it down. Jay Burgess is going to pull up and take the three. It's off the rim, no good, and Ransom gets it. Jay thought I can cut it to 4 with a quick shot here. He's just a little bit short, and maybe the legs are kind of becoming a factor for a lot of these Beavers who have played a lot of minutes so far tonight. Coming down to 7 minutes, and as you said, Zach, Bear Cubs probably content with moving the ball. They do that anyway. They have a lot of passes, and they want to take some time. As Pengel's going to be aggressive, though, to get it inside. Anderson for 3. Good.
Santa Rosa there just moving the ball around the perimeter, and then when it gets under 10 seconds, take the first shot you like.
Anderson with 9 points all in the second half. Stallworth had 20 in the first, hasn't shot yet, or hasn't scored in the second. Micah Johnston working with Morris, feeds Evan Burgess. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Jay Burgess goes inside, and we're getting a foul call. I think it's going to be on floor, though, as Zakharov and Ivan Soto will come back in for the Beavers. They trail at 62-52. Justin Smith returns for Santa Rosa. He will take the place of Stephen Ransom. Ransom with 14 in this game. Jay Burgess is going to take a break with 6:31 to go. .20 on the shot clock for the Beavers. Morris controlling the left corner. He's going to get the screen from Zakharov. Looking to get open, look at a shot. He takes the shot in and out and pulled down by Holly.
And that shot, the shot's just not going in for the Beavers right now at the moment.
And they trail it by 10 with just over 6 to go. Strong drive in there by Stallworth, no good. And another rebound by Artem Zakharov. He gets it quickly to Graves. Getting down to 6 minutes, so the Beavers got to have some pace here, but they also have to get decent shots. Soto gets it to Zakharov. Artem goes in, spin move, and he's tied up. It looks like no, he'll be called for the travel. 62-52, Bear Cubs, under 6 minutes to go. Morris, Evan Burgess, Ivan Soto, Nick Graves, and Artem Zakharov on the floor for American River College.
You wonder when's the time for the Beavers to amp up that defensive pressure and go to that press that we've seen them do in situations like this.
Beavers moving the ball around. 15 on the shot clock to Smith. Left side, works on the baseline. Lays it up, no good. Now gets out to Holly. Takes the wide open three off the rim, no good. Pulled down by Evan Burgess. Nice move by Makai Morris. Goes inside. Well defended, though, by the Bear Cubs team defense. Soto has it. Trying to get himself open. Works down. Feeds it to Evan Burgess. Takes the three, and it's off the rim, no good. And as you said, Zach, shots just aren't going for the Beavers right now. Stallworth left side. Drains it. Stallworth's first three of the second half. He has 23, and it's now 65-52.
And we were talking about Santa Rosa using all the clock. There, they were more than happy to push it up the court and find an open shooter for three.
Jay Burgess getting ready to check back in.
Starting to get to that point for the Beavers. You need to convert, need to get stops, get a little urgency going.
Soto for three. It's good. Ivan Soto hits another one, and a timeout quickly by the Beavers. 4:35 to go. Beavers trail 65-55. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
4:35 to go. Beavers trail by 10. And, Ezekiel Stallworth led the way with 20 points in the first half. He only has 3 in the second half, but Pengel has 8 in the second half. And Yachten Anderson has 9, Ransom 6, and 5 for Justin Smith. So they've kind of gone away from Stallworth, and other guys have stepped up.
Yeah, it kind of was their recipe for success coming in, right? We saw a bunch of guys around 8 to 11 points per game averaging, I think 7 or 8 guys, and that's kind of what they turned to in the second half as the Beavers do turn to that press.
So the Beavers putting some pressure on. Hawley controls, gets it across to Yachten Anderson. Now it's 2-on-1. He goes all the way, and he's going to get it back out, and Smith grabs it. That was a ball out there to be grabbed, but Justin Smith gets it, and now the Bear Cubs are going to go down and slow it down with 15 seconds to go in the shot clock, 4:20 left in this game. Cubs trying to go to 11-2 and stay part of the top spot. Smith goes strong to the hoop, misses it, but put back up and then missed again, and Johnson comes over the top and frees it, and Nick Graves has it. Nick's trying to get it to Soto. Johnson working on Smith. Spins it up, puts it up with the left hand and scores, and he's fouled by Justin Smith. Johnson looked like that time, Zach, he thought, I got the best matchup. I got the big guy. Let's see what I can do.
Right, and a few pump fake, step through, nice left-handed finish, really tough finish, and took the bump and finished it.
Smith is out.
Over the long wingspan, too. You got to get that ball really high up off the glass if you want to finish over someone of that size.
And with the offhand, too, Micah Johnson, he has 4. He'll have a free throw as Ransom comes back in for Justin Smith. Ransom with 14 in the game. Smith's free throws off the left side and pulled down by Ezekiel Stallworth. So Santa Rosa's proven they are very content to take some air out of the ball and look for the first really good shot. And if one doesn't happen, they're going to take it down to the last 10 seconds. They're already down to 15. Hawley controlling up top. They feed it inside to Ransom. He feeds it back to Yachten Anderson, who has an open look to Hawley on the right side, and he makes it. 4 points for Chris Hawley, who averages 18.
He's had a few good looks at it, and that was the first one that went in for him.
Odd-looking shot, kind of shoots it from the side, but he shoots 40% on the 3, and he averages 18 points a game, so figure he knows what he's doing. Out of Jesuit High School in Carmichael. 68-57. Johnson, nice feed inside, and we're going to get a foul over the back by Yachten Anderson. That will just be the 4th team foul, though, on the Bear Cubs, and with 3:09 to go, it'll be an inbound for the Beavers. And at a point, Zach, where you're just still trying to get good shots, or do you need threes? Are you looking to go primarily a 3 here? Or?
You're looking for good shots. You need quick good shots. You don't necessarily need threes.
Burgess, Anderson on the baseline, goes inside. Well defended. Makai Morris is going to take a 3. That's off the right side, no good. Knocked around and picked up by Micah Johnston. Give Burgess credit for poking that one away, and Johnson rolls it in, and it's 68-59. Pressure is on. Ransom right down the middle, and just I got away with a carry there. Stallworth going to take it away. Pengel thought about it. He's going to take the 3. It's short, and Ransom over the back, but not called.
Great
and
box
Makai
out.
Morris has it.
Jay Burgess with an amazing box out there on Ransom.
Johnson going to go all the way to the hoop, lays up with the right hand, scores, and he is fouled. So Micah Johnson, and been listening to us talk about everything else he does. He goes, I'm going to show those guys I can score as well, and makes the hoop there, and he's going to the line for 1. 68-61 now. Pengel's going to pick up his second foul.
Yeah, I don't just floor general the offense and steal the ball and rebound as a point guard. I could score a little bit too.
I got it all, man. I got it all. So he's going to try to knock this one down to cut it to 6. And he does. 9 in the game for Micah. He averages 8. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Yachten Anderson running over Makai Morris. So as we've seen on a couple of occasions, Zach, the pressure when the Beavers put it on is pretty effective.
Yeah, well, the Beavers have a bunch of guards that can get in you and play defense the full length of the court and are quicker, if not quicker, than the opposing team's guards, and that can make it really hard to dribble up against, especially when the Beavers are flying around trapping like they do in this run and jump.
Let's see if the Beavers can capitalize here. Morrison's going to have to call a timeout, and he will. So with 2:31 to go, Beavers on a little bit of an upswing here. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 2:31 on the game clock. Beavers trail at 68-62. You're watching ARC Basketball presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
2:31 to go in this one. Beavers trail by 6. And, Zach, we've talked a lot about what the Beavers do defensively and how they've racked up the pressure. But offensively, they basically have enough time to just do what they need to do, right? Just run their regular offense.
Yeah, you do have enough time. But what worries me is that they're doing good when they're trying to go fast at Santa Rosa. So I wonder if
get it into Johnson, lays it up and can't control. He had himself an open shot and couldn't get it off the inbounds pass, and that's happened to Beavers a couple of times. They get a good look on the inbound and can't get it to go. The foul is called, this time on Mekhi Morris, and the Beavers miss a chance right there, but with 2:27 to go, still down just 6.
To my point, I don't think you can run your regular offense, but I do like what the Beavers are doing and going right at the Bear Cubs.
Right. Quick out on the way to Ransom, goes up and puts it down with 2 hands. So that's the chance you take as the Beavers really collapsed trying to get a steal, and they got it out to Ransom, and he puts it down. He has 16. Nick Graves. Burgess, 2:10 to go. He's going to take a 3, and that's off right, and Burgess tries to follow it. Poked away by Morris, but it'll be a Bear Cub possession. So to the point there, it looked like Burgess, they were moving the ball around. Burgess thought he had a chance. Took it, tried to follow it, and with 2:05 to go and the 8-point lead, the Bear Cubs will inbound it against Beaver pressure.
I wonder if they might send this one long again.
We've got Mekhi Morris playing defense now as they get it back into Holly, and there is Pengel, and he'll pull it up under the guard of Nick Graves. Beavers with 6 team fouls. Next foul will be 1-1. 15 to go on the shot clock here. Ransom controlling it. Holly. Yachten Anderson takes the 3, off the rim, no good, and Ivan Soto pulls it down. So good defensive stretch by the Beavers, but now they've got a score. Morris goes in, and he's going to get the foul on Pengel, it looks like, and kind of a bailout there as Morris was a little bit out of control.
Yeah, he did look like he got him, though, so good by Morris to go attack the rim and get points up with the time stopped.
Right.
And if you're the Beavers, you could talk about your press that you're about to set up. You could talk about the next offensive possession, what you want to run.
So 2 for Mekhi Morris. He has 4. Make that 5 in the game.
So now if you're the Beavers, still don't have to foul. Still need to sell out for a turnover, though.
2 nice free throws by Mekhi Morris. He has 7, and the lead is 6 with 1:29 to go. Morris is the safety back, and Burgess looks like he might have got fouled, but there goes Stallworth, and they're going to call a foul. I think they're going to call the foul on the Bear Cubs. Micah Johnson was in there trying to get the call. They're going to call it on Stallworth, I think clearing out with the left arm, and referee was right there, but wasn't as big as some I've seen, Zach.
I couldn't really see it as well. I did see Micah Johnson react. I wonder if it was a rogue, the off arm just kind of got him in the face or something.
Well, the Bear Cubs probably would rather, the coach, Greg McMillan, would rather his team would slowed it down. They don't need a basket. But under the consideration, circumstances, good job by the Beavers. Makai Morris is going to go to the hoop again, and he's going to be called for a travel. And that time I think the Beavers needed to work it in and try to get it around a little bit more. And he tried to get in there and get, as he did the last time, and get the 2 free throws.
One of the toughest things to do is attack a pack line defense without moving the ball around a little bit.
1:14 to go, and Soto grabs Ezekiel Stallworth, who'll go to the line. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation for the Bear Cubs. And I think it's a situation, you're not in the double bonus yet, so this is probably a pretty good time with the score and time the way it is to go ahead and take a foul there if you don't get that first steal.
Yeah, another school of thought would be to run it down. If they use all 30 seconds, you get the ball back around 44, down by 6. Have time to shoot a 3.
First one is good.
Have time to shoot a 3 and then get another few seconds of defense, but the Beavers wanting to save as much time as they can on the clock.
Stallworth's first free throw is good. He has 24. Second one is in and out. Graves has it, and here come the Beavers quickly with 1:10 to go. Johnson goes all the way in, feeds Burgess. Nice move by Burgess to get to the hoop, lays it up and scores. Jay Burgess, a beautiful move, and it's a 5-point lead with a minute to go. Going deep, there goes Graves trying to defend it, but Ransom's going up. Graves knocks it away, and he's going to be called for the foul, but that's exactly what he needed to do, and he almost got it in there and got it clean. The long pass by the Bear Cubs to Ransom, who could do, he could probably do some time at wide receiver as well on the Santa Rosa football team.
Well, ever since that dunk he missed earlier in the second half, and then the one he got, we know what he's looking for.
16 points in the game for Ransom. He's at the line. I think it'll be 2 shots. They call that on the shot attempt, so it will be 2 shots. 71-66 here.
If you're the Beavers, no harm. You probably were going to foul anyways.
First one rolls around, no good. So at worst, the Beavers are going to be, they get the offensive rebound on a miss at least. At worst, they're 6 points behind. So it's 2 possessions with 56.5 to go as Ransom gets ready for his second free throw. That one is also no good. Pulled down by Nick Graves, and here come the Beavers. Burgess is going to the lane, feeds it underneath, and Makai Morris lays it in for the basket. Great play by the Beavers right there, and they trail by 3.
And no foul needed by the Beavers here.
And there's a foul taken by Soto. I don't think he took the foul. He just got caught for having the right hand. And as we talked about, it's going to be called a little bit closer in the last 2 or 3 minutes than it is in the first 37, and that's exactly what happened there. I don't think Soto's plan was to foul. I think he was going for a steal, but he's caught. Still 1-and-1, though, as this is Stallworth, who was 1 for 2 the last time he was at the line. And he nails that one, and that's a big shot right there for Stallworth. Gives him 25 and puts it back at 4-point lead.
And with it being at 5, worst case scenario, if this free throw goes in, Beavers still do not need to you don't have to shoot a 3 on that end on offense.
Just get a good shot, right? Perfect free throws by Stallworth. He has 26. We're down under 50 seconds, and here comes Micah Johnston. Looks like the Beavers are trying to get a 3, though, Zach, to Soto. Johnson's going to go all the way to the hoop, puts it up with the right hand, no good. A lot of contact, no call. Comes down with the Bear Cubs and a foul on Makai Morris. Johnson looking at the referee like, what do I got to do? And he thought there was a lot of contact. It looked to be a little bit, but no call, and a foul on Morris.
Well, like you said, the way they've been calling the last 4 or 5 minutes, probably thought that might have been one. But now if you're the Beavers, 3-pointers are a must with 30 seconds left.
Well, it looked like that they were trying to get the 3-pointer that last time. Maybe they could have taken a good look at a 2, but it looked like they were going for the 3, and now it's going to be 2 shots for Yachten Anderson. Hits the front rim and rolls it in. He has 10 points, all in the second half. Averages 10. 6'2" out of Livermore. (75-68), and now it's 3-point time. Johnson's going to go in and try to find a 3-point shooter. It's Burgess. Jaden, a nice move there, but there was a lot of contact and it's taken back. Johnson for 3, No good. Knocked around and picked up and pulled down by the Bear Cubs and Chris Hawley. They're going to call a foul and a block by Makai Morris here. Got a technical foul on Makai Morris. I didn't hear what he said. He's standing right in front of me. So,
yeah, he told the ref to give him one if that's what he wanted to do, and so the ref did it.
Okay, all right. And you don't want to, you don't want to send out the Evite and say,
No.
"Here, give me the technical." So it'll be Yacht and Anderson. That one is good. Anderson knocks him down, and it'll be Hawley taking the free throws, the two from the foul. Anderson with 13 points in the second half. Beavers trail at 76-68. 2 shots for Chris Hawley.
Some pleasantries being exchanged out here on the court now.
Yeah, well, I think it stemmed from what we talked about earlier. The game was called a little bit differently the last 3 minutes than it was the first 37. But to your point, then Micah probably should have got that foul call when he went to the hoop on the layup. 78-68. Burgess goes to the lane, lays one up, and makes it. He'll have 20, and that'll be the ball game. 78-70. Zach, another excellent game out here. Another tremendous performance by the Beavers. But I think we saw tonight why the Bear Cubs are 10-2, why they've now won 9 straight.
Yeah, defensively they really locked up in the especially those middle minutes of the second half, from I'd say about 14 to about 8 minutes, when they extended it out to a 6 to 10 point lead.
Right.
They were really digging in defensively. Withrow Bass fouling out is a big issue for the Beavers. Kind of stifled them on the defensive rebounding, but played good. I think the Beavers, you ran out of gas towards the end.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, you ran out of gas. And the Bear Cubs, we talked about, Stallworth had 20 in the first half, finished with 26, but Ransom had 8 in the second half. Anderson came up with 13. Pengel had 8 in the second half. So a good balanced attack by the Bear Cubs. For the Beavers, it was Jaden Burgess with 20 points in the game and Ivan Soto with 19, and he put on a great shooting display with 5 threes in the second half. So our final score, Santa Rosa wins this one 78-70. If you're live with us, we'll have the women's game coming up about 20 minutes. Otherwise, for Mark the Phantom Lowe and Zach Lowe and Stones McCoy behind the glass, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.